everyone, it's your cubrage here, doing a video. It's been a while since I've done one for my actual channel. I've been doing my videos lately on 5 Awesome Bears, which I adore that channel, and all the guys there are great. So come check me out over at 5 Awesome Bears. You can check the link out. I'll add it on to the description below. So there you go. Take that. I wanted to go ahead and talk about a couple of what's going on with my channel real quick, and I wanted to give a big shout out and thank you to everyone who subscribes to my channel, and that's Thumper Cub AZ, Aris Browen, can never say your name right, Didi Gasm, Ruckus 77, let's see, AZ White Wolf, let's see. And I know there's so many others I'm missing right now, but the ones who comment, you know who you are. I adore everything that you guys respond to me on, good and bad. So any attention is good attention to me. So I'm an attention whore. But I kind of wanted to talk about something that was going on at my job the other day, and you know, me and I work in an account that's predominantly women. So, and we were all talking about scary stories or something that happened to us that scared us, and I want to share my story with you. And there's so many things that happen to me that scare me, and it's so weird because I love horror movies, I love survival, horror survival games, things like that, but you know, I'm a big old scaredy cat when it comes to actually being in the situation. And like I said, I'm a big horror fan, but put me in a situation, I'm not good. I'd be the first one to go, I'll admit it. So I wanted to tell you guys my scary story, and it's not so very scary, but to me it was scary. And hopefully I will get some video responses as some of my viewers on what scared you guys. So here we go. This happened a few years ago, and as you guys know, I always go to movies at midnight and I watch whatever's coming out, you know. Anyhow, it was a Thursday night, of course, and it was Thursday night midnight. We were watching The Grudge 2. And I really wasn't a big fan of The Grudge Part 1, but Part 2, I believe, who did I go see it with? I don't remember who it was. Name's not important. But anyhow, let's see. We went to go see it. We came home. He asked, my friend who I went with, he asked if I can use my bathroom. And I was like, yeah, no problem, you know, no big deal. I was like, you just gotta be quiet because I have roommates at the time. And I wasn't living here in this apartment. We were renting out a house. And the house was an old 50s house. It was refurbished. If you guys don't live in Florida houses are all similar. There's rarely ever a 2-story house. All houses are 1 story. So, and the one we had was just 1 story. And also another big, not Florida thing, but a southern thing is that a lot of houses will have what's called, in Florida, they're called Florida rooms or sunrooms. And what that is that it's your house, and then there's an add-on to it, and most of the time it's just windows, and it's a room that you just go out and you relax in and keep company, more like a fancy porch, if you want to think about it that way. It's really hard to describe it, but if you live in the South, you know what I'm talking about. So anyhow, our Florida room had a glass wall windows. It didn't have walls. It just had all windows that led into the Florida room, and the Florida room didn't really have walls at all. It was just foundation and then big windows all around it, so you could see out into your yard. And then to get from the house into the Florida room, there's big French doors. I'm just kind of setting up the scenario for you. So of course we get home. It's pitch dark in my house. So of course, you know, I'm turning on the kitchen light, and I'm telling him, you know, blah blah, it's over there. And when you walked into the house, on your left was the kitchen and living room, and to your right there was the French doors, which were open, and that led into the Florida room. And usually the time we just leave it closed. Anyways, so it's open. So I'm not really thinking too much of it at the time because I'm tired. I had to work in the morning. So I was like, all right, hurry up, do your thing, so I can, you know, so you can get out, so I can go to bed. So while he's doing his thing, I noticed that the doors were open. I was like, you know, that's kind of odd. Why would the doors be open? I always keep them shut. No big deal, right? So I shut them. But as I get closer to the Florida room, I notice the door lead out to the backyard. That's open. and the porch light, one of the porch lights were out, and so one light was kind of like setting up this one. It was like an inch of light, and then beyond it you couldn't see anything. You just saw like green for the grass, and it's just darkness. So of course I'm like, my imagination starts getting to me, and I was like, all right, no big deal, you know, stop it, get a grip. There ain't no scary little Asian children around here. Fine. Anyhow, so I get closer to the door, and there's the door, and on each side there's like these huge white curtains. And so as I get closer to the door and I'm reaching out to it and I start closing it, I look to my right, and I see, like, I don't know what happened, like at that perfect timing the wind came in and it started lifting all of the curtains up, right? And it was like this big wave of curtain coming at me. And so I'm like, alright, that's kind of odd, but I'm going to roll with it. And I'm just looking, and then nothing happened. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm looking towards it, and all of a sudden, this big ass fucking black cat jumps out and does like this gymnastics move on my leg to the door and then runs outside. In the meantime, I'm screaming like a effing little girl, and I jump back and I land. I think I must have made some airtime with this jump, because I landed on the desk behind me, and the computer monitor kind of tipped over, and of course it just tipped over whatever glass was on that, and I broke it and shattered, made this horrible noise, and I wound up waking up my entire house for it. And of course, like, my friend comes out, and the only thing is, like, he's got like this big old wet stain in his pants because he got scared, and I guess he was peeing and he didn't finish because he got scared, and then he came out and was like, what the fuck happened? And I was just like, nothing, you know, and that's just pretty much messed me up. I could never go into my Florida room after that, after dark. Or at least I would have to have someone with me at the time. So yeah, that was my story. Kinda lame. But that was the story, you know. I guess you had to be there when I told it at work. It was really funny. But anyhow, I wanted to go ahead and I want to ask my viewers, what was the scariest thing that you've ever had happen to you? And, you know, share it with us, or, you know, type it down, whatever. But like I said, I haven't really done a video on my channel for a while, so here's my video. And again, thank you all for watching me. I appreciate it. Come check me out, of course, over at 5 Awesome Bears. And check out the rest of the week as well. They're a bunch of great guys. You won't be disappointed at all with what they have. And until then, you know, keep it real, keep it safe, and I will see you soon.